Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Matty Reigns, joining y'all for the AEW live stream. Thank you for joining me. Uh, Still waiting for everybody else to tune on in. Everybody else to join, probably Mike and maybe Kenny. I know Mongo is not joining, but have no fear. Your tribal chief is here. Hope everybody's having them a wonderful week. I know I'm happy it is hump day. It is almost the weekend. And for us here in Kentucky, Louisville especially, it is Derby week. So it is all sorts of shenanigans to get into this weekend. Or you can rest, which is probably, I'll do a little bit of both. The Derby is on Saturday. I'm not going because I'm not rich, nor do I want to go. But there'll be beer to drink. Also, tomorrow's Thursday with me. If you joining us for the first time, this is the Under the Ring podcast. We go live. We are on Monday through Wednesday, usually at 6:15ish. Thursdays is our main show at 9:15ish. We do predictions when there is a pay-per-view or a PLE to predict. We also do a game show, kind of like Jeopardy. I'm the champion of that. I'm also the forever Intercontinental Champion. Basically, the second best title there is. So those are my two belts. Our predictions champion, I believe it is Tito. I know for the chat, the champion is Batty. So whenever Batty pops up or says something, I'll be here to greet you. But yeah, thank you all for joining us. Like I was saying, right now we are watching AEW Dynamite. We have a great, what is this, an 8-man tag match? Yeah, you got basically the elite, the new elite, the Young Bucks, Ricochet, Okada. Well, you got the elite and Okada, you got the elite and Ricochet versus Kenny Omega, Kevin Knight, Speedball, and my boy, Mr. Briscoe, Mr. Chicken Wine. So this is a really good match. I'm enjoying it. I usually do not watch AEW on Wednesdays, but for the third week in a row, they have gotten me on here. So will it be a fourth week? No, it will not. It will not. But we'll see. I say I won't, but never know. Am I on burnout mode? No. I can't get sick of wrestling. Like I can get tired of it, but I know how to. I have other interests outside of wrestling, so I could go the whole day without talking about wrestling, and I usually do. And then I show up on here. I do my wrestling. I talk about it, and then after it's done, I go back to doing whatever. I'll go back to other interests. Like I like to listen to other stuff. I like to listen to music, and I like to listen to books on tape about stuff that is not wrestling. I do like listening to my wrestling podcast, but I get them out of the way in a timely fashion. But okay, Kenny Omega, he's doing his Kenny Omega things. He's doing all right. Oh, there he is. I see him. Whoop. What up? Here he is, y'all. Mr. Main Event, my brother, Mr. Main Event, Mike Champa. What up, Mike?
Yeah. What's up, my brother Matty Bischoff? It's Wednesday, so you know what that means.
I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah. To everybody tuned in, welcome to the Under the Ring podcast. We are doing another AEW live stream. Whatever my Cincinnati sister Kenesha. Shout out to everybody that is tuned in. As Matt alluded to, we're having a hell of a 8-man tag team match. As you all know, if you've been watching AEW, well, first of all, the past 2 episodes of Dynamite have been pretty damn good. I
Yeah.
would say they have been pretty damn good. Like one of my issues with AEW is inconsistency, because they'll have waves where the product is good as fuck, where it's like you capture my attention, and then they go through these pockets where it's like, I don't know what the hell is going on. But the past few weeks, it has all made sense. They are gearing up towards Double or Nothing later on in the month. May 25th. As you can see, the Elite, along with Ricochet, has won. And shit, we heard people. We heard people. We heard.
They are hurting people.
Oh shit, they're fucking niggas up. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Damn. They was just dang. That's why I be a fan. I will be a fan where they can't beat me up.
Them fools there was just they heard people.
Right.
They heard people. These niggas in a foul mood.
They were like, "Yep, we do," and y'all next.
They in a foul mood, whipping ass. But you know what? Fuck it, I love it.
Right. I'm like, what me? Well, let that shit happen to me though.
Right. That would be nowhere in sight.
Right. I do my hurt people from the stands. Y'all can't hurt me because y'all going to jail. I will press charges.
Right.
Elite Maddie. It ain't gonna be. It'll be Maddie Elite Wrestling. Shit, y'all, I'm gonna own the Jaguars, one or the other.
Right. I'm gonna hurt them damn pockets.
It'll be like UTR presents the Jaguars. Shit. You better break us off something since you out here. Hey, we just cheered. We said they hurt people. We didn't tell them to hurt us.
Shit, Daly's place gonna be UTR's place.
Like we gonna need like $2 million each.
Our headquarters. I don't mind having the headquarters in Jacksonville.
All right, give us use of a private jet. But this is kind of crazy, right? Well, it was kind of crazy. They beat my ass too. So right. I'll tell you what, it's not crazy.
I'll tell you what's not crazy. This amount I'm about to sue for.
Right. You better meet my damn demands. It's cheaper than what I'm gonna sue you for.
Right. And speaking of ass whippings, while AEW was on commercial, I decided to flip it over to the basketball game. The Rockets are whipping Golden State's ass.
These teams are just showing up. That's why I'm over here. I got this Lakers hat on, but I know what's gonna happen in a few hours.
Me too.
I already know what's gonna happen, and if the fuckers win, y'all just just staying alive for one more day. Mm-hmm. And y'all ain't doing that. It ain't gonna happen. The Lakers are 7.
Hell no.
Nah. We just delaying the inevitable.
Mm-hmm. What up, Betty? We're covering we're watching AEW tonight, Batty. We're watching AEW tonight. So we're doing the AEW live stream, Batty.
Yeah, they did the live stream. You know, usually I'd be off, but you can't just have one person doing a live stream. So I'll tag in. Yeah, Mongo get some rest. All right, I know Mongo wasn't gonna be doing it.
Yeah, like, you know what? AEW's been on fire lately. So has the AEW live stream. So fuck it, let's keep the train going.
Right. Yeah. Boost these numbers up. share, retweet, all that good stuff. But yeah, last night I watched it, but I was hanging out here with Deirdre, so I was distracted, but I was paying attention. We ain't gonna talk about that ring boy stuff. I'm definitely gonna say that for tomorrow because
like Mongo and we touched on that a little bit yesterday.
I'll give myself more time to read up on it before I can even say anything on it. But last night's NXT, good damn Lord. HBK must have known I was distracted because he got away with some shit that I watched that episode. I'm still gonna go back and watch it probably later tonight or tomorrow. But everybody broke up. Every damn body broke up. But they started the show off with Joe Henry's goofy ass coming out there, calls out Trick, and the only thing he got was an ass whooping from the YNWO. Like, sir, you need to remember you are just a TNA champion.
Right.
You out here you called out an ass whooping, and it wasn't by Trick.
Oh, these three fuckers about to die.
Yeah, AEW gave the ops these three generic dudes. They about to get killed. They hurt people. It's about to be hurt business. Reloaded. Then we see I was cool. Like, we're obviously gonna get Joe Henry versus Trick Williams. We know we on the road to that. They just prolonging the inevitable. Y'all ain't trying to have Trick Williams go to the main roster just yet. So like, all right. But then after that, we had Ava welcoming Io Sky back to NXT. Oh, okay. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. Then we had Mike's protege, Mr. Ashante Diadonis, rolling up on Carmen Petrovich, telling her to stop messing with losers because she got a match against Sol Ruka tonight. Man, he was stupid.
First of all, this boy went from a damn lover boy to a pimp in a matter of weeks.
They need to find Mr. Clark to get Roxanne out of it. Man, I almost said in the chat last night, like, why is this little girl here still? Why am I looking at this little girl? Yes, I saw him. That shit had me dying. I'll never get that image out of my mind. She said, did I miss y'all talking about the breakup? Oh, no, we ain't talked about that one yet.
We're gonna get there. Yeah, we're gonna get there, Batty.
I am mad. So Ashanti tells them, he says, when you win tonight, we have a title match. So yeah, to Mike's point, he out here sounding like a pimp. What you mean we? Where's our money? Where's my money at? Then we had Ricky Saints versus Lexus Kane, Mr. Titleist Lexus Kane. He whooped that ass, so it wasn't nothing to go home about. We had booty ass, the culling. We don't care about them.
Nope.
Then we get Tony D'Angelo basically saying he gonna whoop Stack's ass, so we know they're on a collision course. I'm ready to get this over with. I didn't really care for that segment, but it was cool. Like, I'm ready to see where this leads to. Now we gonna get to the main part that Batty was just talking about. Back from commercial, the Metaphor are reunited and celebrating Noam Dar's NXT Heritage Cup victory, looking like old times. Laz says they need to talk. Says a lot has changed since Noam's been gone. With her and Jakara getting opportunities and Ora Mensa tearing it up in. Reverse Kofi tearing it up in Evolve. I'm happy for him, Mr. Reverse Kofi. Maybe he'll find his accent or whatever he was doing when he first started in this group. But she said it's time for Oro, Jakara, and herself to spread out and do their own thing. Noam says what made the metaphor special was what they always took care of themselves, and they agreed to break up amicably and have one last group hug before Noam sits down and gets weird about the cup again. What the fuck? What the fuck? Ain't nobody asked for this group to be broke up. This is the equivalent of when, perfect example. One of my favorite shows on HBO, Winning Time, the show that kept up with the 1980s Lakers, when it just got abruptly canceled after the second season. And you're just like, but there's still more that can happen. There's still meat. There's still meat on the bone. They're like, oh no, it's gone. That's how I feel about this. Like, there's no reason for y'all to break up. I understand a lot of people are like, I understand what people are saying, like, oh, they've ran their course. Yeah, they've ran their course, but they have nothing to show for it. The only person that won was Noam Dar. Yeah, they had a bunch of title opportunities, but whoop-de-damn-do about some title opportunities. They should be already former tag champs, at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Like those girls should have won tag team gold at least once. And we kept saying it with TNA with this partnership. At some point, one of them TNA titles will have to get sent over to NXT for a while.
Yeah, somebody got to get the other person's title. Like, at some point, they got to do it.
And the easiest of all those titles would be either tag team titles, whether it be the men's or the women's. The Meta Girls was just there this past weekend wrestling for the TNA Women's Tag Team titles. And of course, they lost in a fatal 4-way tag team match. But it's like these women have done so much over the past several months to build themselves to be an extremely credible tag team, and now you split them up for what? And it's exactly. It's like I said in the group chat last night, that division is about to get gutted because we know at soon you're going to lose the likes of Roxanne, Julia, Jordan Gray's going to follow. They already got Stephanie up there, so that's 4.
Yeah.
And then others that are ready, Kalani, Jada, they're also ready as well. So you got at least 6 women that are main roster ready now. And if supposedly Fallon, so that's 7. So this women's division within the next couple months is about to get gutted. And nobody gets sent right up to Raw or SmackDown.
Because that's what I noticed throughout this episode is y'all are doing a lot of stuff, a lot of these breakups because it's after WrestleMania, and what happens after WrestleMania usually? People get fired. Mm-hmm. People get released. People get called up because, this is basically the new season. So you got to have new faces pop up. We already see Fraxium get the call up to SmackDown. That means somebody got to. Roxanne is essentially on Raw. Her and Julia are on Raw, essentially. They got to start sprinkling in some more new faces. People going to start switching brands. Mm-hmm. And yes, Fallon, unfortunately, I don't see it either. But it's either I look at it like this. You leave in one way, we just don't know how. You either leaving and getting promoted, or you leaving and you going out you going out this door right behind me, you getting kicked the fuck out. Like they firing your ass. Like that's the only way. If you're leaving NXT, you either leaving because you getting called up, or you leaving because they're like, yeah, there's nothing more you can do. Like a name I'm expecting to probably hear that's just gone is on Nikita Lucia's line.
Oh yeah, she's out of here.
Like her Stone Cold knee ass, she gonna be gone. Well, what up, Mr. American Lover? AEW is more boring than Sleepy Joe Biden turn. Oh no, AEW ain't that boring.
That's NyQuil you're speaking of.
Right.
Yeah. Like AEW's been on fire lately. And
Mercedes looking good.
Yeah, Mercedes, I can't stand her, but goddamn, she fine. She fine.
I just don't understand. Like they splitting up Lash and Jakara, and the only way I see this looking now is like, so are both of y'all about to still be in NXT, or is one of y'all they splitting y'all up because one of y'all is getting called up, Lash, and the other one is?
Yeah, that's what I think. I think they're calling up Lash because we've seen it when they last appeared on the main roster for a couple of times. Lash got over.
Yeah,
like they see a superstar in Lash. Like she could
really be one because, like it or not, Naomi already said. Me and Greg was talking about this earlier in the week. She already came out and said that she wants to start having children because her biological clock is ticking faster than an average woman. She only has one ovary. So, yeah, she's trying to get her club shot up at some point in time in the near future. So her time is limited. Bianca, also, she probably wants to be a mama too. Those are two of our biggest black queens that we would lose out on. So bringing a Lash up and then having somebody like a Jada Parker and a Kalani after that would be awesome for them to replace, like to be the little black babies. We gonna end up at Naomi. She said in an interview that she has more time behind her than she got in front of her. Like she wants to start a family soon. We don't know what soon means, but I just assume like 5 years from now, Naomi 2030 ain't gonna be no Naomi in no WWE, and Bianca will probably be on her way out too, just because it's just like that's been here almost like 10 years. And then it's just like at some point in time, and I know just like with technology and everything nowadays, women can have babies at an older age, but they don't necessarily want to do that. Mm-hmm. Like it's all up to them. They not everybody they don't want to be an old mama. That's where I just look at it. Some of them don't want to be old mama.
Right. So yeah, like it's because of like Matt stated earlier, this is a new season, and we all know there's a lot of shuffling during this season because eventually we're going to have a draft, so more people are going to be shuffling, more people are going to be switching from Raw to SmackDown or from SmackDown to Raw. So the brand that has to deal with that the most is NXT because they're still the developmental brand.
Right.
So yeah, it sucks that the Metal Girls have separated. Dar and Oro, like we're all fans of Dar.
Right.
He's good, but like whatever. But yeah, to see the Metal Girls split up so abruptly is just it doesn't make a lot of sense. But hopefully, I just hope for Jakara's sake that this doesn't lead to her getting released because that girl has come such a long way. She is athletic as hell. She has proven herself in the ring, and hopefully she gets a fair shake as a single competitor down in NXT.
I'm just mad HBK didn't consult me whatsoever about breaking up my tag team in Maddie's Angels. Now I just got a whole Power Ranger group of just now we really look like a big Power Ranger group. There's a whole bunch of just singles competitors. But I'm happy with that because everybody that I said, I mean, I said Lash was gonna be the truth. And as soon as I saw her, I was like, you can't just be that. See, I saw her and was like, that's what HBK thought he was getting in Nikita Lyons, and he got it in Lash Legend. Like, I saw immediately, like, oh, you gonna slam a hoe. I like you. I understand what you mean. And then Jada Parker came in. I'm thick, and I will slap a hoe. I like you. Understand what you mean. Jasmine, I just look good, but I can kick. All right, I understand. Kalani, I'm a cute little cuddly baby. And now I'm mean. And when she's mean, she sounds like Mello. Understand. I get what you mean. all of them are speaking, but they all speak what I understand what they're speaking. Jakara, I didn't understand her for the longest. But shout out Reggie. Reggie, brother, R.I.P. I think about you every day. He loved him some Jakara. I understand what he meant. So she became part of Maddie's Angels because she was in that tag team. And ain't nobody getting kicked out. The only way you leave Maddie's Angels is if you graduate. You ain't getting kicked out. Like, Jakara was always hurt for the longest, and then they put her in this tag team, and we saw how good she was. Someone on Twitter said that they could see a future of Lash being the Women's United States champion and Jakara being a Women's North American champion. And I said I could definitely see that happening if they're moving Lash up and letting Jakara kind of establish herself in the division because they're getting rid of all these names. So now they got to make new names. Oh, yeah. And if y'all are watching AEW Dynamite, it is the timeless one. Timeless. Tony Storm.
Yeah. The best thing going in wrestling.
Yes.
The best thing going in all of pro wrestling. Timeless Tony Storm.
Shout out to my dude in the front row with the Titans hat on. You proud to wear that now. We got Cam Ward, baby. Let this have been 3 weeks ago, you would not have been wearing that.
No. That would have been buried deep in his closet collecting dust.
I am the only person who proudly displays ass. Not like that. I would wear my ass team. I'm like, I don't give a damn. It's a hat, bro. I got a hat on.
You see this fucker behind the commentating team show? Sir, we cannot see your information. So we can't call you.
I'm here talking about some. Oh, yeah, like, you just distracted me, my dude.
Right.
What the fuck is you pointing at? Who see you? Call me. Like you said, I can't see your info. You would have been better off getting a giant ass QR code. You knew you would sit there. Dumbass. You knew you would sit there. You should have been playing that out. You could have had a giant ass QR code.
Right.
And then be like, hey, y'all need some help? Yeah, boom, boom. Then we'd be like, oh, shoot. Let me scan this real quick.
Okay, now who the hell is this that they're...
They thought showing that video helped us.
Right.
Us know who she was.
Right.
Here y'all go. 30 seconds of her. Y'all know who she is. Like, no, I don't.
Before, but still.
Me, you, Yamashita.
Yeah. 4-time princess or princesses champion. Okay. And TJPW. Okay. All right. Yeah. Who is she? And I know who she is, but I mean, they just told us who she is, but who is she? Okay. She's 1-1 in AEW. I'm quite sure I've never seen either of those matches. Again, AEW. Stop assuming AEW. Once again, stop assuming that your viewers know these folks from Japan. Not everybody who watches your product know who these folks are from Japan. I'm sure a nice chunk of your fan base does. But a lot of us don't. Now, if this winds up to be a good match, which I'm sure it will be,
right?
What's up?
I was admiring booty.
Me too.
Right.
Me too.
But yeah, back to AEW, not AEW, back to NXT. So after all that, we had this goofy ass match. It was a decent match of Carmen Petrovich and Sol Ruka.
Yeah.
Sol Ruka got her with the Soul Snatcher because she the women's North American champion. She's the double champ because she's also the speed champ too. So she ain't gonna be out here losing. But after this match, I'm pretty sure Mike is gonna drop him as the protege down. After Ashanti comes in there yelling at Carmen, and she karate kicked his ass with a roundhouse kick, and that he's done. So I would not be shocked if they say WWE has released Ashanti the Adonis.
Oh yeah, that's happening soon. He is getting his pink slip. He'll probably wind up in TNA somewhere,
right?
or ROH somewhere.
He'll end up somewhere else. So after all that, we had Trick Williams making his entrance. He talking his shit. Ava comes out. Well, he says he's moving on to bigger and better thing. Ava does come out, and he basically tells her, after I showed up at TNA, I am bigger than NXT. I'm the biggest star here. I'm the biggest star at TNA. And she decides to announce that, yeah, you can be a bigger star, but you're going to be 1 of 25 in our booty meat 25-man battle royal to determine Opafemi's next opponent.
Speaking of booty ass, old girl kicking Sony right in her ass, literally putting feet. Oh, Luther. Now you got to put up your
ass beat. He always getting his ass beat. And then she got kicked in her ass again. So she knew we was talking about her ass. I was like, oh, y'all like her ass. All right, I'm going to kick it. Like, no. Don't kick it.
I ain't gonna lie, that's pretty funny.
It was funny. Like, to see somebody get actually kicked in their ass.
Literally feet up ass.
Right. Like, what in the Three Stooges? Like, y'all really are putting a foot to an ass. Like, all right. Simple yet effective. Yeah, we got this booty ass battle royal. Like, that was supposed to excite somebody. Like, man, it ain't even 25 good people in NXT. And y'all want us to think it's 25 good people in NXT. Y'all need to get some people from TNA to drop into that. Because I saw them boys from Evolve, them swipe right boys in there. What have they done to be in the 25-man battle royal? Right. Like, then we had Oba. They interview Oba backstage. He says Trick Williams complains. His complaints sound more and more like the cries of an overgrown child, but it doesn't matter. If he fights him one more time or 1 million more times, the title will stay on his shoulder. And Undertaker rolled up with his little punk ass dudes from LFG. I didn't care. Like, Undertaker gone somewhere. You showed up like once enough on, like, this is like his 3rd or 4th time being on NXT. Stay home, Mark. Stay home. We had Hank and Tank versus Josh Briggs and Homeboy. And Greg almost scared me when he was like, new champions. I was like, what the shit? I was ready to say that. Then he was like, oh, my bad. I thought they won. Like, oh. Because he was ahead of me. So I'm like, oh, I'm expecting to see a 3. Like, I'm about to be real mad. Like, I hate these dudes. These dudes are not good. This is an ass tag team. Like, that was such a, I didn't even like that match. I like Hank and Tank. Like, they're going to have to do a lot to get me in their good graces. Like I was with Fraction. Like Kurt Cobain and my motherfucking Power Ranger.
Yeah. I wasn't the biggest fan of Hank and Tank at first, but they won me over.
Right.
We had that great match at Stand and Deliver against Fraxium. I know you mentioned Undertaker. Yeah, that man has literally sold his soul to WWE because why are you showing up that many times on NXT?
Like when he popped up, I was like, why the fuck are you
here? that man must really he must be really bored at home.
Like, damn, you got your wife in the Hall of Fame. Go home.
Right.
Oh, no, I don't want to go home. Sir, go be a family man.
Right. These young like stay away from the young kids, okay? Stay away from NXT, okay? We don't need to see you. But again, like I said, that man has sold his soul to WWE. So wherever when they blow that dog whistle, he's a coming.
His ass is broke.
He's doing fucking. He's doing. Let's fucking go. He's doing. Let's fucking go.
Like that man is broke.
At this point, I think that man is poor.
Because that's like I've been saying. I say that every time. Like, oh, Undertaker retired. Undertaker did a documentary. Yeah, y'all didn't listen to the main thing I picked up on in that documentary. I've made a lot of bad financial decisions. I've had a lot of marriages. Oh, my nigga, you was poor. You was Ric Flair. Mm-hmm. My nigga, you was broke. You ain't no dead man. You a broke man.
Brokey.
Like, yeah, no wonder we hearing dong every damn where. You donging that ass out. You need some money. They were like, Undertaker signed a lifetime contract with WWE. I wonder why. Because he broke as fuck.
We're going to see him out there 15, 20 years later on a wheelchair, wheeling his dead ass on out there.
Undertaker got a lifestyle. Undertaker, y'all thought he had a Undertaker don't seem like he has an extravagant lifestyle. That man got rich taste. That man, he about to act like he got rich taste. He got rich taste. It just ain't what we like. He probably got the motorcycle. I bet you got a bunch of those. Mm-hmm. He got some land. Oh, yeah. They were like, Mr. Taker, you only got $100,000 left. Ooh, yeah, your ass is broke. What we can say, we'd be like, I got 100,000. That is broke. That is broke, Undertaker.
That man's having a fucking heart attack at the sound.
Right. You got 300,000 left, sir. That is what you sold in merch in 2000. What you mean? What you mean? Like Undertaker is broke. What you mean he broke? I saw him win at WrestleMania 13. He ain't got no money. No, because he been married about 11 times. What happened to Sarah? That's what happened to his money.
Gone. Gone.
Tony Storm. Hey, see, this is what I love about AEW. They let you see moves that you don't get to see anymore in WWF, like just pile drivers in general.
And they use them as finishers.
Because she just ran up on her and was like, pow! Oh, shit!
Like that Storm Driver, boy. Whew. You have no room for error on that.
Right.
Picking you up and she dumped you straight on your dome piece. Like I said,
Yeah.
that was a good
The
ass.
old girl that's down there, yeah. She killed your ass.
That was a good ass match. We'll probably see her again sometime in the fall or winter.
Right.
Oh,
And here we go. The foreshadowing.
Yep.
The foreshadowing is here.
Yep.
The match that we've been on the road to it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mercedes. I can be your stylist or whatever old boy used to be.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But you probably don't like what I got though.
I know.
She probably don't. She wouldn't like me anyway. I'd be like, first of all, you ain't even all that great. But what? I'm like, yeah. You got it. Yeah, okay. Okay, TK, you in your bag right now telling two stories at once. You got Timeless Tony Storm, foreshadowing Mercedes Monet, that match that could ought to happen, but your Jamie Hayter is still in the final of the Owen. So it's like you can't forget about me. The story is Mercedes versus Jamie.
Mm-hmm. That was hilarious. You know, Mercedes is running away like that.
And now Tony just celebrating in the ring. This a whole bunch of ass. Good ass. It ain't even bad ass. This is good ass. But Tony Storm dancing to her music, yes. Now it's ass. Now it's bad ass. This is ass. Now is ass. Josh Alexander looks like ass when he is not in his gear. I didn't recognize him. I was like, who the fuck is this bald-headed white dude? And I was like, oh, that is Josh Alexander. Not bad. I'm like, he looked like the dude that cut my grass last week. And I know that's not him. Because he was not that built, but he had that same bald head and beard. I straight did a double take, like, hold up. Oh, that.
Like, if we could do an AI edit right now, just remove Don Callis from this frame.
So cool. If they ain't had their dad with them.
Right. Because that's a hell of a trio. Fletcher, Kakeska, and Josh Alexander.
Don Callis, he fucks it all up. His bald-headed ass with that big-ass scar.
Right. That stupid ass scar.
Get your scar-head ass out of here. Old ass. No, Josh Alexander ain't helping because he looking like, I don't even want to be a bad guy.
Right, he does.
I'm here. People see me. I'm on Max. Like, yes, Josh. People can see you.
Right.
Go home, Don.
Right. And
it's time to hurt people.
We hurt people. We hurt people.
If y'all hurt these people, y'all gonna get sued. You know, they smiling now.
Yeah, they didn't whoop somebody's ass. They had to get at their system. Like, what do you enjoy, Lashley? Hurting people. All right, yeah. All right, you sure they do enjoy hurting people.
We hurt people. Them dudes in the back, like, that's what we wanted to do. Yeah, wrong place, wrong time, niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all should have bought a ticket. Why was y'all backstage with y'all stupid asses?
Y'all should have called off. As soon as you realized you had a segment with them, I
don't want to be in business that bad.
Oh, that. Check worth the ass whooping? Probably not. MVP picks so goddamn time.
So after back to NXT, after Hank and Tate successfully defended, they were gonna lose their first title defense. So they beat Josh Briggs, a homeboy. We got our next breakup. Because apparently everybody started talking. They were talking to No Quarter Catch Crew. Tavion Heights said that Charlie Dempsey isn't with them right now because he's pissed that Miles Bourne tagged with Javon Evans last week. And Miles says it's time for them to break out, and he's going to be in the Battle Royal. So there's another breakup.
This tag team outside of Fraxium is now broken up. And it's just like, wow, okay. Whatever.
Right. Then we get a Dark State commercial basically saying they're bragging about how they whooped Joe Henry's ass. Y'all can watch that on Twitter. It was a good promo. Everybody is discovering Shaquan Sugars now, the mouthpiece of Dark State. Then we got to the booty ass Saved by the Bell new class segment of the week in the all new Chase U. It was ass. I do appreciate Andre Chase turning into mad black woman mode that we all know and love and cuss out that little tattletale. He was like, was the class supposed to start at 9? He was like, yeah, but who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about you? Shut your little tattletale ass up. I'll take this. Deirdre was here and she was like, oh, he just snapped on him. I was like, yeah, that's what he does. That's what he does. I was like, the rest of that segment, before that segment was ass. But him, I always will take him cussing somebody out. Then we got my baby, rolling up on Sol Ruka and Zarya, saying, give me my title shot, getting her Carmelo Hayes cadence down pat, sounding like her boo. My baby better do it. Oh, I was so proud of her. We got MJF here kissing the Hurt Syndicate's ass once more. He laid off on 10 this week. He is a white man.
First of all, that scarf does not go with that outfit.
It don't. He got a whole bunch of stuff. That's messing that whole outfit up. Because the blue and white on his shirt go with everything, and his jacket is killing it. But that scarf, no. What you doing, MJF? Somebody must have stolen your scarf.
Right. That's if anybody be wearing that scarf, it should be Shelton.
Right. Shelton got on the color.
Right. And then finally fixed
Shelton need to have on the scarf. He need them hoes from a couple weeks ago, and he need that scarf. Run him that scarf, MJF. Bring the hose back. Run him the scarf. You don't need that scarf no more. You need a new scarf. That's messing up your whole outfit. Thumbs down, because he ain't even coordinated. Thumbs down, none coordinated. Beat his ass. I love this part every week because I'm like, put thumbs down. I'm thumbs down every week, and I like MJF. I don't like him in this.
Right. This makes no sense.
Stop joining the niggas.
Right. This makes no sense.
Oh, you are not joining. You are not. You want to be Owen Hart. Even Owen Hart didn't make sense, but we didn't care.
There we go, lastly.
Yeah, MJ, you're going to be broke before you get to join, MJ. You better just stop. I am Lashley. Like, why he keep asking?
Hey, Shelton, like, hey, he brings bitches.
Right. You gonna make fun of Bobby being bald? Like that's supposed to hurt his feelings.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
But yeah, we got next week on NXT. We gonna have Kalani versus Zarya, because Zarya said, you ain't getting no title shot without beating me first. So we going to get my baby versus Zarya. I'm looking forward to that. We're also going to we got Hank and Tank rolling up on the Joe Henry saying they saw what happened, and if he needs help, they'll be there for him. So we're going to get next week Hank and Tank and Joe Henry versus Dark State. So Dark YNWO is going to be back in action. And also next week we have our 25-man battle royal. I would honestly expect some TNA fuckery in that because
it's definitely gonna be a few.
Yeah. And then our main event was Julia and Roxanne, the newest members of Monday Night Raw, versus Monday Night Raw's the women's world champion, Io Sky, and Jordan Grace, the original Big Mama Pump. That was a really good match. I enjoyed it. It was what it was. I was happy. I'm always happy to see Roxanne take a loss. I'm ready for that little girl to finally graduate, change the locks.
We basically saw the future of the Raw Women's Division.
Right.
And lastly, pretty much told MJF, look, we hurt people. You're going to have to do the same. You're going to have to do the
Right. Stop looking pretty. Start whooping ass.
Mm-hmm.
So after Io Sky and Jordan Grace defeat Roxy and Julia, we get one final little mini segment just before they hit at 9:59. We had Stephanie McCurry talking to Ava backstage, saying she's ready to defend her title again. Ava says it should be against either Julia or Jordan Grace. She knows she's going to want to fight both of them, but she's not letting her do that. So next week, we get a ass, no type of shenanigans, no type of fuckery, no gimmicks, just a number one contenders match. Julia versus Jordan Grace. Winner faces Stephanie McCurry. Probably at whatever the next PLE is, Battleground, whatever it is. Yeah. Or it'll be a TV special. So that was WWE NXT. So we had Metaphor breakup. You had the No Quarter Catch Crew potential basically break up. Fatal Influence is rumored to being broken up with Fallon. So that's 3 teams just gone. Just gone. Right, Kanisha. Mr. Clark, get Roxanne, please. Yes.
This is that time period where you guys see HBK put on the chef hat again and start whipping up new ingredients.
Yeah.
The Trips is like, hey, we need A, B, and C to get called up now. They're ready. So I'm interested to see what HBK does in the next few weeks as talent is getting called up to Raw and SmackDown, and see how this new wave does.
Right.
Especially in the women's division.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely with this women's division, because with everything they're taking away, it's like, you made the perfect analogy. He has to get new ingredients to cook, because it makes sense as to why a team like Metaphor is breaking up. It's like, as much as we hate it, you're losing out on Roxanne and all that. All those people, basically, all the people in that match outside of EO, 3 of them were the other 3. Well, 2 of them was already on the main roster. Jordan Grace is just biding her time. Like, if you watch NXT the way I do, it really just looks like they've basically just given away the next few months of booking, just with how they you see Steph on Raw, you've seen her on Raw for the past few weeks, so it's like, oh, she about to be gone real quick. They got EO tagging with Jordan Grace, coming down to NXT to tag with Jordan Grace. Yeah, she's not about to be here long. Now she's about to be fighting for the number one contendership. She's about to be on her way. She's gonna beat Julia, send Julia on her way up. She's gonna probably beat Steph, send Steph on her way up. Jordan gonna be the champ, and then who's gonna beat her? Probably Jada Parker. Jada Parker can send Jordan up, and then by that time they'll have some people come up from Evolve, or they'll sign some new people. And then on top of that, we still got to worry about TNA, and you still got to worry about AAA, because we don't even know how they're going to be mixed in yet. And still got Worlds Collide. Still got to worry about Worlds Collide. So at some point, they got to be introduced. So yeah, NXT is about to be good. It's about to be really good. We got the Ring of Honor TV title on the line. Jay Lethal taking on, who was that? Nick Wayne? Yeah, that's Nick Wayne. Yeah. Nick Wayne for the Ring of Honor TV title. Shout out to Ring of Honor getting some actual TV time.
Right, finally.
They want you to pay to watch them. We don't do that.
Oh no, not no ROH, baby. Oh no.
Right.
I'll do some fantasy predictions for NXT in the women's division, because I heard you say that I stepped away. Yeah, I definitely see Julia getting her title back at the heel, calling up Stephanie. And I would say by sometime this summer, I think Julia is going to lose to Kalani.
Yeah, I'm ready to see Kalani. Kalani got to get another run with some type of belt with this new attitude.
Yeah, I think Kalani, she becomes NXT Women's Champion, and by the summer, then we'll officially see Julia get called up, and then Kalani could lose to the likes of. That's the thing. That is so weird now. I'll just keep it right there. So Julia gets called up, and then by the time Julia gets called up, the Kalani will be NXT champion, and then Kalani will get called up. See, that's the thing.
She can lose her soul.
She could, yeah. There we go. Later on this year, Kalani loses to Soul, and then that's how we see Kalani finally get called up to the main roster. Because really, we don't have to see, because Soul can hold it down for the next year.
Yeah, because it's like the way these women, they got all these women. I'm like, y'all need to start hot potatoing the shit out of this women's belt.
Right.
Like, if y'all keep putting all these women, letting them have these matches on the main roster, it's like, then why are you in NXT? I only see you on NXT. Just come to the main roster. I'd rather look at you on Raw. If I don't need to wait till Tuesday, I'll look at you on Monday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it could literally go from Stephanie back to Julia to Kalani to Soul within the next. We're pretty much in May, so the next 7 months or so, it can go between those 4 women, and then we'll see Kalani, we'll see Julia, we'll see Stephanie. They'll all be on the main roster by the beginning of 2026.
Right.
With Soul as NXT champion. And then she'll be working her way out next year.
Super way out. Then we have one little bit of news. Put it on up here. WWE is accused of benching Dakota Kai after she says she misses wrestling and she's not injured. Got the tab up from the off of Sportskeeda. Okay, Sportskeeda. They want me to sign in with my damn Gmail account, even though I had the article pulled up. Basically, it's been rumored that Dakota Kai was hurt this whole time. And come to find out, there's nothing wrong with her. She's perfectly healthy. They just got her sitting at home, chilling. She's getting paid to sit at home. So now it's started people saying, everybody's like, free Dakota. Like, she basically said, hey, I'm not hurt. I miss y'all. See, I miss wrestling and I miss you guys. I'm not hurt, by the way. Yeah, said this at 4:26 yesterday and 4:54 yesterday. So I hate when these sort of things happen where they just basically say, "Oh, we got nothing for you," and it's like, "Well, she's in damage control. What do you mean you ain't got nothing for her?"
Right. Hell, they've done it in the past where they sent vets down to NXT. Why can't they send Dakota down to NXT?
Right.
Especially with these new call-ups that's about to happen. Send her down to NXT.
That's right, Batty. She is not hurt. She is perfectly healthy.
Yeah, she's been healthy.
She's sitting at
Finally.
home. Why they don't have anything for her? Because it's crazy how they kind of just phased out damage control low key. Like when it was time for EO for this WrestleMania push, there was no damage control. It was EO all by her lonesome. And since then, it's kind of been like, look at EO Sky. She's so awesome. She beat both of them all by herself.
Mm-hmm.
So they just chilling. They just chilling. They just got her sitting at home, waiting on Eddie Thorpe to come home.
Oh
God.
I forgot she's with fucking Eddie Thorpe.
Yeah, she's dating Eddie Thorpe, the bane of my existence, my arch nemesis. But man,
how the hell did he pull that off?
I don't know.
Yeah, hey, look,
Batty mad.
Yeah, like you could easily send Dakota down there for a couple months down there in NXT and help develop some of them girls that need it. That's a layup if you ask me, because she's healthy, and when healthy, she's good as hell in the ring. So let her get down there, especially if you ain't doing nothing on Raw nor SmackDown. Send her down there. I mean, we'll see what happens when the draft is here. I'm sure the draft will be coming up soon.
Yeah.
But
because a lot of it could just be that, like Triple H. That's a good point you just made right there. It could just be essentially they're waiting on the draft or whatever, because we don't know when they want to do that stuff. We only know just based off of when it's happened in other years. But we know at some point in time they're going to have a shakeup or some type of reasoning for people to switch. That would be the perfect time to be like, oh, here's Dakota. And they might just be waiting on that. But it doesn't seem like that. It just seems like, oh, we got nothing for you. And they phased out damage control. And they're like, well, we don't really know what we want to do with you now because we know we didn't. We just don't. We know we don't want you in we don't want damage control no more. We're done with damage control. And they didn't even get a proper ending. They just got ended. If that's the case.
Well, with damage control, they had all those injuries too. You had Oscar.
Yeah, Oscar got hurt. Then Kyrie got hurt. And it just got down to them two. So at that point, it was like, well, y'all are already on borrowed time.
Right. So damage control literally got damaged.
Yeah.
Literally got damaged. So, and I mean, they had a great run. Damage control.
They really did.
So Dakota, baby, hey, sometimes you just gotta collect those checks.
Yeah, that's how I'm looking at it. Like, hey, you still you getting paid to sit at home. Like, you could be getting that. You could just be sitting at home not getting paid.
Right. It's like, baby, you getting those checks, so just sit home, be patient. I'm sure this draft is coming up soon. because they've kind of given hints of it already.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure they'll have something for you soon, Dakota. So I wouldn't fret about it. You know, just continue to rest your body. Especially when you're a vet now, you need that rest.
Yeah, because especially with like the only person that's come back out of the women is outside of Jade is Becky. Becky's the only person that's come back. There hasn't been no new name in the women yet. Like we've seen Aleister Black come back on SmackDown. We saw Rusev come back for Raw. We ain't seen no woman. There hasn't been a woman. There's been no big name popped up aside from Becky. And that's just for Raw. Like somebody got to pop up for SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be Charlotte. Wait, no, it can't be Charlotte. Charlotte don't count. And then Roxanne is, and then Raw got Roxanne and Julia essentially. Like somebody got to like Dakota. Like Mike said, you might just have to wait your time. Like on the bright side, I don't think there's always a spot for her because at the end of the day, there's people like you got Wendy Chu is sitting up in Evolve.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's just being like Dakota, you might just be like, you want to wrestle in Evolve? If you just want to wrestle, then yeah. What up, Kenny?
What's up with my big brother? What's going on, Kenny?
I ain't gonna be. I might drink one more beer. I figure out what I'm gonna drink. I ain't drinking no stout. Most of my it's supposed to get cold again next week. That'll be stout season. It's been hot again. It's trying to act. It's that time of the year where it's May. It's gotta be May. It's May, so now it's like
right.
This week is hot, 80s. Next week, 74. Waking up at it's 40 something degrees outside with a high of 72. Like,
right. I'm seeing this upcoming Monday supposed to be a high of 59. I'm like, oh
yeah. But today everybody out jogging, shorts on, like, oh, I don't know what to put on.
Right. Oh, that's the Midwest for you. You don't know what the hell. The weather ain't consistent here until June. As far as the weather being consistently warm, that ain't happening in the Midwest until about late May, early June.
And when it gets hot, it gets hot.
Hot.
And thank God this year, yeah, I ain't got to worry about that because this apartment, we got central air.
Mm-hmm.
Last year I didn't. I was sitting up in that apartment, 80 degrees. Like, hell, they bringing me an air conditioner. I'm like, hell no. Now this year, no. I will be sitting up here. It's 74 in here right now. It's 74 outside. I'm like, I'm comfortable. I got a ceiling fan in almost every room. So it's a ceiling fan in here. It's a ceiling fan in my bedroom. And it's a ceiling fan in my kitchen. I know because y'all have heard the smoke alarm go off. And when I cook and smoke is produced, that fan is turned on because I ain't trying to hear that shit. In the words of Shaq. I don't want to hear that shit. Y'all better build up this weird ass double or nothing. Y'all got kicked out of Vegas.
Right. That's the first part of being weird. You're in Phoenix. It's just like
right? They're like double or nothing. In Phoenix? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sure Arizona got casinos, but I ain't coming there to gamble. Like, what?
But they say Phoenix is a big ass city. So it's like, okay, I mean, all right, but I'm used to
y'all say so.
Y'all beating the MGM Grand.
Like WWE came there, they was oh fuck y'all. We can't y'all still talk to AEW? No, we don't talk to them no more. They like click. They ain't returning our calls no more. They are WWE now. They bent over for TKO. They are a TKO ho now.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I saw. As soon as that happened, I was like, damn, y'all was in Vegas first. And then the big show came, they was like, bye.
Yep, they got the rock. The boot.
They were like, they got the rock. Yeah.
Exactly. As soon as Dana White and Nick Khan fused together, they said AEW, bye.
Right.
It was
like,
nice.
We kept to Vegas. Oh yeah, we don't need no double or nothing. Fuck a double or nothing. Yeah, check out where can we go? I don't know. Talk to Phoenix. They might
Right.
be.
They didn't even get that in LA. They got it.
Right. I was like, this double or nothing is. I mean, it's gonna be a good show, but the setting is like, ew. Why is this in Arizona? This supposed to be y'all's like big time show. We're in Arizona.
Right.
Like, no.
So it looks like we got the main event here. Kyle Fletcher versus Hangman Adam Page. The winner faces off against Will Ospreay in the men's Owen Hart finals.
And that's gonna be
at Double or Nothing.
Good ass final. I love, like Mike said numerous times, these last few weeks of AEW has been great. When it's Owen Hart tournament season, AEW turns it up with story. They get consistent with storylines, especially because the wrestling is always there, but they get really just consistent with telling a story throughout this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all gonna lead up to Double or Nothing. Like, they're doing a great job of building up the Double or Nothing, even though it's gonna be in weird ass Arizona.
Right. It's gonna be like, and their strong suit is tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we've said that time and time again. Their biggest attribute is putting these tournaments together. Sometimes they go a little overboard with tournaments, but when they do have tournaments, they're lengthy, they make sense, and you have great matches. Like AEW has no problem putting on great matches. They have aced that. Like, we always have great matches in AEW.
Right.
It's just they get inconsistent with their storylines. Like, the storylines sometimes have to match up with the in-ring stuff. Like, the wrestling's just half the equation. What is the story that you're telling? But to Matt, like what Matt just said, they've done a great job telling the story with both brackets on our tournament. Because, like Matt said earlier, they're telling two stories in one. You're foreshadowing with Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné, but on the flip side, you can't forget about Jamie Hayter.
Right.
This one is like, okay, we got Will Ospreay, and number one, he can continue his feud with Kyle Fletcher, which has been a great feud, or we can see a matchup that we haven't seen really. He can face Hangman. Hey, yo, Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher be doing so much questionable stuff. Also, I'm like, that's why, like, you're the reason why Don Callis stays. Like, yo, weird ass. And he'd be like, no, I want Daddy Don to stay. Like, what? Why are you calling him Daddy? Like, I love him. Like, that's what I believe now. Kyle Fletcher is the reason Don Callis is not out of the family. They could just be called the family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, I like Kyle Fletcher.
Whoa, man.
He got a big. Is that a fucking knot on his head? fuck? He got a golf ball growing on the side of his damn head? The fuck?
Oh.
As soon as I was about to give him props, I just see this big ass knot on the side of his head. But yeah, I'll give him his props anyway. Kyle Fletcher's heel run has been great. Like his heel run has been absolutely phenomenal. He has become a major player in AEW. Yeah, and eventually he's going to have that AEW world title.
Oh yeah,
like it has to happen. I mean, on the flip side of that, you'll have Don Callis with the AEW World Champion. It's going to be like, oh, gross. Great. Now he has the AEW
maybe
World
he
Champion.
kills him in the process.
Right. It's like, oh, God. Maybe they'll whip his old ass at that point. Kick him out of his own family.
Because I like, as much as I hate to say this, but I mean, once Darby gets off this fucking mountain and he beats John Moxley, it opens up the field on AEW like contenders.
Yeah.
Because Darby is for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's a hose, huh? Because everybody is he can get it. Everybody can kill Darby. So it's not going to be like, oh my God, some such and such is the world. It's like they are just here to collect. Like, because when Darby gets his ass beat, he's going to get his ass beat. He's going to kick out a bunch of times. But when he get that last one, he going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, did you see that shit Mike and Mongo was talking about yesterday? What, dog?
About the Ring Boys.
Oh, no.
I'm sure she's talking about the Ring Boys.
Oh, no. Oh, I had already dipped out. I said, yeah, I got to read more into it. I know part of that Ring Boy stuff when me and Mongo talked about a little bit of it, where they tried, the first time around, they always tried to say that Pat Patterson didn't have anything to do with it. And I basically said, and Greg said that was a lie. I was like, oh yeah, I never, even in the Vince McMahon book that I listened to, they would say that Pat Patterson would always like get at some of the younger wrestlers, and even Tony Atlas said it about Pat Patterson. It's like, y'all, there's no way possible that Pat Patterson the story they try to tell us is Pat Patterson was just this happily gay dude that didn't bother anybody, and that's why he got to become the first Intercontinental Champion. And also, he's so creative and loved backstage. He also was the man who created the Royal Rumble. Nah, that man was a nasty dude. Like, think about back in the 70s and 80s, what people was doing just heterosexually nasty. Now think about that when you're doing homoeroticism. It's gonna be even nastier. Like, come on now. Like the 60s, they did stuff that was wild. The 70s, they did stuff that was wild. Pat Patterson was there for both of those. The 80s, it gets even more wild. Pat Patterson is there. Like, but they try to say, oh, Pat Patterson didn't do anything. Just like Jimmy Snuka didn't do anything. But then when they said he did do something, he was quietly removed from the WWE Hall of Fame. And then when he died, he was quietly put back.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Ring Boy stuff. The only shocking thing I saw, but we'll get more into it, was something about Coco Beware. That was the only shocking thing that I saw when talking to Mongo. But it just shows you how corrupt and how nasty the wrestling business is and was. Because I'm like, even though they're on TKO, there is still that dirty aspect to it at some point. And Batty, I'm glad you asked that too, because I was wondering that too. Like, why is Kyle bleeding from his spine? I said, why is this dude's back bleeding?
Yeah, it's like Mongo and I was talking about that, and obviously we're gonna unleash on this tomorrow night.
Right.
I didn't read the article at the time when Mongo,
Right.
but I read it earlier today. And to Batty's point, I was fucking pissed off all over again. I was even more pissed than I was yesterday. Like you said, man, it just shows how corrupt wrestling is. Wrestling was, and just think about all the shit that those in charge have had to do to wash away all the stains of what took place back then. Like WWE and current WWE has let it be known. Look, that was the old regime that did the bullshit. Like, we have nothing to do with that. We don't tolerate that. It is sickening. It is disgusting. Look, they're clearing their name. Like, look, us, TKO, we ain't got nothing to do with that shit. Okay?
You know, and that's why I get pissed at people trying to come at the Triple H. Like, Triple H was just a dude that was there at times. Like, it's known that he was trying to learn about the business this whole time, being up under Vince and talking to Vince and being in the meetings. He just happened to start fucking around with Stephanie, and there's like, oh, now he married into the family. Well, that just happened. Like Shawn Michaels being a booker is more believable than Triple H, honestly, because Shawn Michaels was Vince McMahon's number one dude, so I'm not shocked he would be somebody writing. But Triple H? Oh, okay. Triple H, you're really this creative. I see. Mm-hmm. But I hate that everybody tries to get Triple H all up into it.
Yeah. And that's why, and that's when Cookies made the great point that he made yesterday. Like, it makes the community that he's in, it makes that community look bad. Especially wrestling fans of that community. Because you had sickos like Pat Patterson doing that disgusting shit. Now you're looking at everybody who's of the LGBTQ community who's a wrestling fan, like, oh, are y'all that freaky? Y'all that nasty? No, this is just one perverted motherfucker who was doing this. And like I said last night, they need to dig up his grave and put him in the damn jail.
Basically because it's finding out the actual real life aspect of someone that they try to paint as being a happy, jolly gay dude. And it's like he gets horny. Like, he gets horny, and when he wants what he wants, and if he like what he's seeing, and that's another thing. Like, some wrestlers like Triple H will be like, they probably see Pat as that because he didn't come on to them. But then you got some wrestler who don't nobody know, who just got a body, and Pat is like, well, shoot, you cool. I can get you on, though. You do something. And it's like, huh? Like, some wrestlers probably have seen that side of him, and other wrestlers see what WWE tries to paint him as. It's just that some people refuse to believe the other side. It's like, oh no, everybody has a dark side.
And Mel Phillips, yeah,
his nasty ass, because they went in depth on him in that Vince McMahon book.
I'm gonna say what I need to say about him tomorrow night, but yeah, that despicable piece of shit. Yeah.
Because Vince was lucky he was able to get away with that shit. All of them was lucky they were able to get out of it without being sued. The boy had them ready to be sued, and Vince left. The lawyer left the boy in the room with Vince McMahon alone, and either with Vince or Linda. And by the time that lawyer came back in, a settlement had been reached. Their mouth game was that strong. They talked him down out of suing them. Because I just want my job back. That's all you want? You just want your job back? All right, cool. You just want your job back. And he came back. Yeah, he said he just want his job back. So yeah, we'll give him his job back, and we ain't gotta worry about this lawsuit no more. And lawyer looking at him like, what the fuck did you just do? All right. That's how powerful Vince is. And people it's numerous stories of that happening. Somebody goes to Vince, I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. I'm leaving. Fuck this place. And I leave, and now I'm getting a push, and he's promised me the world. I'm standing here outside a new deal, and out of nowhere, that's what Vince did. That's how Vince is that Jedi mind trick. That's what they used to call it on 2K.
Mm-hmm.
He just flips it.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate, and like I had mentioned last night, with like Pat Patterson, like he was the main booker. Who the fuck's gonna tell him the main booker?
Right.
The main booker is pretty much second or third in command. Like if you needed to get the Vince at that time, you had to go through Pat Patterson. Like the booker is pretty much the security guard of the regime. And man, look, I said it last night, I'm gonna say it again. People, just keep your fucking hands to yourself, okay?
Basically, no means no.
No means no.
Motherfucking no. But yeah, they out here. What they showing on? They showing every kiss begins with K. Fuck a K Jewelry. They showing P. They showing kiss. Every kiss begins with K. Man, fuck K. We about to be in a recession. Ain't nobody got time for me. Yeah, every kiss begins with K. You better buy that jewel. You better buy that ring at Walmart.
You better kiss my ass.
Right. Every kiss begins with my ass. That's what happens.
Every kiss begins with these nuts. Fuck
right. Y'all know how much this shit costs? I'm pretty sure it's a tariff on that motherfucker. I'm good. How about some? Buy this. Don't we gotta import that? Ain't no diamonds here.
500% tariff on this engagement.
Right.
Fuck that.
Talk about every kiss begins with K. Every tariff begins with T. Fuck that. She's like, now, if I tell someone every kiss begins with my ass, all of a sudden I'll be free. If I say it at work, I'm getting rolled up.
Right.
I know I'm getting rolled up.
Hey, Batty, you know, you had to use that bar to shoot your shot at somebody.
Sorry. Every kiss begins with my ass. And I got the bomb for you, baby. That's there's a pickup line for you. Yeah, okay. Hangman and Kyle Fletcher having them a good ass match as expected.
Oh yeah.
And this crowd you can tell they are tired. But guess what, y'all? Y'all still got some collision after this. So fuck being tired. Y'all tired? Y'all better get some woo energy. Y'all better smoke some. Y'all better get some coke. Tony, you better come out there and get them a free cup giveaway. And I ain't talking about Coca-Cola. I'm talking about that cocaine.
Y'all better take them. Y'all better use that 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes while they getting the ring together, switching out mats. Take that piss break.
that piss break gonna be a shit. They'll be taking a shit. They're taking a shit.
We'll be clogging up them toilets because I'm gonna leave until past midnight.
And they're gonna be mad because I know concessions is over. Those people have went home.
Yeah, they left.
The people have went. The concessions is
those lights are off.
They have went home.
Those lights are off. So
yeah, they're like, we don't get paid no more. They're like, yeah, we done for the night. Fuck wrestling. Whoever got to be here to clean, that's their job. We are done. I'll be mad as fuck if I was the person that had to sell T-shirts. Like, what? Yeah, that's how I was at Beyonce concert. That's why they had no Beyonce. That's why Beyonce ain't brought her ass back. The Great American Ballpark said Great American, fuck no. That's why they've had nothing but country. They haven't. They don't want them niggas coming back to the Great American Ballpark.
AEW, see, like in this, well, in a few minutes, you're going to see Tony Storm in another title eliminator match. I'm so tired of these goddamn title eliminator matches.
They are so the anti of what they're supposed to be. Because it's never been, and if it has, I stand corrected. But I've never seen it where the champion gets pinned. It's just a pointless as anticlimactic match that the champion always wins. They probably, and knowing Ring of Honor, somebody probably like, well, in Ring of Honor, they let them win. Like, of course, because they're making you pay to watch that bullshit.
I can't, like, that's been one of my biggest pet peeves with AEW. Like, what's the point? Oh my God, he kicked the shit out of Hangman. What's the point of these title eliminators when 99% of the time the challenger doesn't win? Like, she's facing Lady Frost for a title eliminator. Thank you, Batty. Just call it now.
Yay! Just say in non-title action. Tony Storm versus Lady Frost. And if Lady Frost wins, she might be in line for a title shot.
Right. It's like, I appreciate AEW having their world champions active. But just because they're actively wrestling on a weekly basis does not mean you have to call that match a title eliminator.
Right.
Lady Frost ain't beat no motherfucker Tony Storm.
Like anywhere else, they would just say in non-title action. Kyle Fletcher gets him out. Well, he kicked him in the nuts too.
Yep.
1, 2. Oh no, still not over. Kicked him in his hangman's and he's still going.
Here we go to false finishes.
Because that should have been it. Here come dickhead Don Callis.
Yeah, like Tony Khan, man, enough with the goddamn title eliminators, which aren't title eliminators. They're just a non-title match. You're just keeping your champion sharp by keeping the ring. Like, that's the great part. But when you stick that title eliminator on there, it's just like, it just frustrates the fans. Like, come on, bro.
It's just insulting our intelligence. Like, bro, we know they're not going to. We know they're not going to lose. So just like, what's the point of it? Like, if it would make more sense if we had times where they actually beat them and pinned them or something and actually was successful with the title shot. Like what Zelina did in WWE on SmackDown in the last few weeks essentially would have been a title eliminator. She beat her in non-title action. She got a title shot. She beat her. That don't happen in AEW. They beat them, then they go on to the next. They beat them, they go on to the next. They beat them, they go on to the next.
Oh my God.
Hangman going to the Owen Hart Finals versus Will Ospreay. That is going to be a battle of styles because Hangman is more ground based. Like he does his little flippy shit, doing the lariat and all that, but he don't leave the ground all like that. And Ospreay does a lot of flippy shit. That is going to be a good ass final. And we still got a whole month of build. So shout out to you, AEW. This is essentially y'all's WrestleMania.
Yep.
Great job of building up your championship finals.
Yeah, and with the eliminators, and then I'll be done with that. Just have number one contenders matches.
Yeah. Let Lady Frost fight somebody else.
Like y'all got the roster, y'all got the bodies. Just have number one contenders matches. The winner gets a future title shot. Boom. There you go. You don't have to involve your champion in those eliminator matches. Man, that was a great fucking match.
That really was at the Desert Diamond Arena. Oh, Collision is live, so y'all get to go home. Bless y'all's hearts. Yep. Collision is in Atlantic City, another dying city. Brody King versus Josh Alexander. And in 2 weeks, Jon Moxley versus Samoa Joe in a steel cage match. AEW is on fire, y'all.
Yep, that was another great episode of Dynamite.
Yes, it was.
You know, that was another great episode of Dynamite. And like Matt just said, you know, they're preparing for their version of WrestleMania. Like All Out is the big show because they're going to be in Texas, but Double or Nothing, that's their WrestleMania. That's their biggest, that's their biggest show of the year. And man, like they're continuing to cook with hot ass grease, and you know, I'm interested to see, you know, the weeks leading up to Double or Nothing on May 25th. So
that will be it for tonight. Thank you all for joining us. If you like what you saw, please remember, follow us at linktree.com/undertheringpod and also fingertip.com/undertheringpod. Go to either of those links. You get our individual links. You can follow Greg, the man, our main man, the producer, the man that makes all this happen. Greg Bush SK at Twitter/X and just Greg Bush on Blue Sky. The old man himself, Mr. Rock Ribs 44. And we got the teacher man, main event Mike Ciampa himself at Mr. Freshbeard. You got me, Double Champ, all that other good stuff. Matty Bischoff at The Right Answer. Street Team Captain. Tito, two-time daddy at Boreal Maliente. And our good friend, local news correspondent Devontae Sang. Justin D. Baxley. That's right. Good night, Kanisha. Good night, Batty Queen. I'll have you some good queen rest.
Good night, Batty. Good night, Kanisha.
We gonna keep her comment up. We gonna play y'all's favorite song. Sing y'all a little lullaby. Y'all know what we about to play. There it is. So thank y'all for joining us. Tune in tomorrow live Thursday. We doing Are You Fucking Serious? The quiz show is back. But more importantly, do the time.
Hey.
Peace out, Batty.
Hey.
Thank y'all for joining us. This dude back. Hey. This dude back.
Tomorrow.
This dude back. 9:15. Y'all be sure to tune in.